How do we pronounce this famous mantra? Well, it starts with the sound Om, not Om, because there's no O sound in Sanskrit, there's only an O sound. And it ends with an anusvara, which is an M dot up, which is pronounced not like the English flat-lipped but is pronounced by protruding the lips forward as though you're holding a pencil. Om. And in addition to that, you bring the energy down through the nose. So Om, which has a very different experience in being to Om. It has the experience of bringing the O that includes everything, the sound that is open and includes all down into one point. So we then move on to the sound na, which is a dental N. It's not pronounced the way that we do in English with the tongue just behind the upper teeth for the ta, da, na. We have to relax the tongue. This English na doesn't exist in the Sanskrit language, so we have to relax it to na, namaḥ. So you have this beautiful visarga sound, which is indicated in the Devanagari by these two dots here. So the way this is pronounced is with an expulsion of air. So we have namaḥ. But we have another option in the Sanskrit language. When a visarga is followed by a sh, you have the option of replacing it with an additional sh. Now, every single letter in the Sanskrit language must be pronounced. There are no silent letters. In addition to that, one of the things that makes Sanskrit such an easy language to learn is that once you've learned how each letter is pronounced, it never changes. So once you've learnt the sound of each letter, you can actually pronounce anything that you read. So this, if we're going to do the other option, we have to give an extra half count for this additional sh, and it sounds like this. Namah Shivāya, not Namah Shivāya. So you have two options. You can either pronounce the visarga with the in which case it's Om Namah Shivāya, or you join the two together, in which case you have Om Namah Shivāya. You can hear the joining, not Om Namah Shivāya. You can hear it breaks the energy. The energy needs to be held, continued. The phrase, the music needs to be held and contained, not broken. So the one that I tend to do is to join the two, much like shanti, shanti, shanti. So Namah Shivāya. So the E is not pronounced like the English E. That E doesn't exist in Sanskrit. It's E, she, not she, Shivāya, Shivāya. It's subtle, but it's quite profound, the difference, once you tune your ear into it. It's also hard. It is hard for us to make these sounds, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. So we've got the she, wa. So this is a long A. Wa. So the ya, again, is not like the English ya, which is kind of made with a smile and the tongue doesn't do much. Ya. It is made in this position and the tongue comes down. Ya. Ya. Om Namah Shivāya. Or Om Namah Shivāya. And this really holds the music. The essence of Sanskrit language is held in its sound. If I were to say Je suis dans le jardin instead of Je suis dans le jardin, I'm not sure if that was the right accent, but you can hear the difference. One, I was attempting to speak French with the French music and the French essence and the quality that was actually going to change my mind as I become a French being. And the other one was me sticking totally within my English framework of being and implanting that into a different combination of consonants and vowels to say je suis dans le jardin. That's equivalent of saying Om Namah Shivāya, is me sticking within the confines of the music of my current mind and implanting that onto the Sanskrit language. If we attempt to try and make these fine refinements within our mouth, Om Namah Shivāya, we are stepping into the music of the Sanskrit language. And the music of the Sanskrit language is there to help us realize our identifications, to help us pierce the attachments and break forth a new understanding, a new knowing of being. That is the purpose of the Sanskrit language. But that purpose can't be fulfilled if we stick within the confines of our English music. So we will be going into all of this and much, much more in my 2 courses I start doing this September, The Sounds of Sanskrit, The Language of Yoga, and Learn to Read Sanskrit online. So I look forward to seeing some of you there.